So this week we are doing Becky. We actually had a trailer reaction for this about 3 weeks ago, and my expectations were pretty high. So let's see if they will be matched or not.
What happened by your fort, Becky?
Yeah, so I just saw Becky, and I'm kind of surprised by just how fantastic this was. This totally caught me off guard completely. This is one film you gotta see. So, let's just get into how amazing this fucking movie was. So, what one has to say first is definitely the performances. This is the first time Kevin James is playing a villain, and I at first did not think that this would be a role for him that would work well, because we have only known Kevin James from being the funny guy, especially in things like King of Queens and Mall Cop. That's the type of Kevin James we know. But here we have him playing this really, really gritty Nazi guy with his badass beard and these fucking tattoos on his head, and it works. It works. I was fucking surprised how well it worked. We also have an amazing performance by Lulu Wilson, who plays the lead Becky, which really puts a smile on my face, because recently we've been getting a lot of movies with a lot of child actors, and most of them have been just horrific, horrendous, especially in this year. I think the only movie we had so far with good child actors was The Lodge. The rest was really a disaster, and Lulu Wilson fucking killed it, absolutely nailed the role, which doesn't surprise me. We had her doing a great job in Annabelle and The Haunting of Hill House, so we'll be seeing a lot from that kid. She's fucking killing it. The story basically is that a bunch of Trump supporters, Nazis, break out of jail and terrorize a father and a daughter who have lost their mother slash wife. They are spending the weekend with the father's new girlfriend and her son. Then these Nazis show up. Becky is nowhere to be found, the little daughter, and this little kind of war starts going on between Becky and the Nazis who've escaped jail. So I don't want to give too much away, but what I really loved about this is that it gave you that highly suspenseful tension that you get in these revenge films, let's say I Spit on Your Grave or Last House on the Left, and a movie that is gives you the vibes of your traditional rape and revenge film without actually having a rape in it, and still has that goddamn intense feeling going on, is just really rare to find these days. What else I really gotta give a huge kudos to, what most people just really probably haven't really noticed in this, is that the editing is just fucking superb. It is just so flows with the tension of the whole entire thing. You get these cuts directly between what Kevin James is doing at the moment and what Becky is doing at the moment, and it just keeps switching seamlessly, they're almost in the same room but they're not, and it is just nails in the tension that this movie already has to this huge fucking breaking point. It's kind of insane just how tense and action-packed this movie gets, where we also get to another part where the movie really fucking kicks ass, and that is the gore. Like, the effects here, all practical, by the way. No fucking CGI blood, no bullshit like that of any sort. The gore is fucking fantastic. I was not expecting it. This movie is as brutal as it fucking gets, and the kills are also done with such rage and such anger being put into our lead character. It just really, like, you feel for this girl. You're like, really, with every stab and every slice and every punch and every dead body in this movie, you're fucking rooting for that chick, and those effects are like kind of badass. And where we come to character development, this is almost strangely like this coming of age type of thing, just how rage can take over, and just how the feeling for vengeance can take control of somebody after they seem to have lost everything. And I think Becky did that really fucking well, and I'm surprised. Like, this game also comes from a director duo that's just been like making funny shit recently. Like, it's Jonathan Millet and Kiri Murnian. I hope I pronounced their name right. So far they've done Cooties, The Off Season, and Bushwick. I don't even know what Bushwick is. What was that even? Well, anyway, just like every movie that's good, Becky doesn't come without any flaws at all. I kind of wasn't feeling the acting on Amanda Brugel's part. Like, her whole entire character just generally felt a bit like filler. And what I also would have liked to know is, Becky as a character is sort of screwed up to begin with, because we already notice when the film starts that this girl has some really fucked up anger issues. And it's not just because of her mother dying. There is something really fucked up and twisted about this chick. And we're not really told why. And I just would have liked to know what made that chick generally tick so fucking crazy. If that makes sense. Like, a means to the madness would be a little nice. That's kind of the only thing that bothered me, just a tiny bit. And I would also have really liked to know what exactly it was that Kevin James and his Nazi buddies were looking for, because they don't really make that clear. It's like, it's all about finding this one key, and I don't want to get too much into spoiler territory and details here, but it's all about getting this one fucking key. What this key opens, and what they're actually planning to do with this key, we never find out. And I don't know, it's sort of like turns a bit into the suitcase in Pulp Fiction, if you will. It's like the object that opens the locks to something, and we don't know why. I felt it a bit irritating, but if you're going to use this as this almost like this Pulp Fiction type of almost like this Pulp Fiction suitcase kind of trope, then I'm basically okay with it. But otherwise, this movie, it was fucking solid. Like, really one of the best of the year. I even liked it more than The Lodge. I did. And I am giving Becky an 8 out of 10. Almost leaning towards a 9.
I don't want to have to hurt you.
But I do want to hurt you real bad.
And if we take a look at our little chart here, oh my fucking god, we have a new number 2 movie of the fucking year. This caught me so off guard. I was not expecting it. Like, seriously, the only movie that I liked more this year was the one and only Invisible Man. Sadly now, Horse Girl was knocked out of the top 5, but I really didn't think Horse Girl would stand a chance in the top 5 of the 2020 list anyway. Who are we kidding here? But I like how the top 5 is looking. Like, I don't have much to say. Nothing really has changed at the bottom at all at the moment, so we're cool on that. And yeah, guys, another Sunday we fucking got through. Oh, and yeah, guys, I'm really wondering what other films will still be awaiting us in this catastrophe of a year we have been having. I was actually expecting us to have a lot more movies by now, like at least 20 on the 2020 list, but we had to go into hiatus about a month ago, and the fact that production of anything isn't really happening isn't really helping the whole entire ordeal. So I really hope we start getting some more releases going. Maybe I will also review more than one film and maybe fuck the trailer reaction. I know you like those, but we'll see. I just need this list to be bigger.